Hey everybody, so I'm here to do my 2-week postpartum update today, and I have my daughter Cassandra here beside me, so you might hear some grunts and growls and maybe some cries. She was just fed and changed, so she should be okay hopefully. So just a fair bit of warning here. I might have a little bit of TMI in this video because I am going to be talking about how my body has been recovering since the birth, and I'm also going to be updating Cassandra as well, how she's been doing since the birth. So, oh, she's already upset. Let me just introduce you. This is Cassandra. Oh, burp. So, I'm going to try and get through this video with her. Hopefully she cooperates. So if you're unfamiliar with me and my channel, I'll just do a little bit of background information. Cassandra was born on Wednesday, September 24th at 2 in the morning. She weighed 8 pounds and 3 ounces, and I did endure, I think it was a 6-hour induced labor. Because of gestational diabetes, I was induced on my due date. So it was a little bit of a painful labor and delivery, but it was short, so it wasn't too bad. So just really quickly, I'll update myself. I don't really have a lot to update on. I did have a vaginal unmedicated delivery like I wanted throughout my entire pregnancy. I knew I didn't want any sort of pain medication. If you are interested in hearing my birth story, I'll leave the link for that video below so you can go check that out. It has been exactly 2 weeks since Cassandra was born, and I physically and mentally have been recovering amazingly. I couldn't have asked for a better recovery. I think this is probably better than my first delivery with my daughter Madison. I did have an epidural with her, so that kind of made things a little bit more complicated, but this time around everything is so much easier, so much better, and I think it might be because it is my second delivery. So I didn't have any stitches or anything, so pain factor was basically at 0 from day 1. I really don't have anything to complain about or to report on. Just the physical recovery has been going tremendously well, and a little bit of TMI here. My bleeding has pretty much been like a usual menstrual flow up until now, but yesterday and today it has subsided quite a bit. I actually don't have much bleeding at all. I have maybe a little bit of spotting, but it's pretty much gone now. So physically, like I said, everything's been going really well. I got my milk in on, I think, Friday, so 2 days after the birth is when my milk came in. And so yeah, things with me have just been going really well. Emotionally, I was feeling a little bit down after the birth, but I think it was just me missing the fact that I wasn't pregnant anymore, and I kind of missed the belly and missed having her, you know, feel moving inside of me and everything. But that kind of went away, you know, right away. I kind of expected it to. I did have that kind of sadness after giving birth to Madison as well, but, you know, I don't think it has anything to do with like postpartum depression or anything. Right now, emotionally, ooh. Right now, emotionally, I am feeling totally fine. So, everything is going well with me. Like I said, don't have anything to complain about or to report on. My recovery has been going insanely well, so I'm really, really happy with that. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I don't have notes like I usually do. So in terms of Cassandra, how she's been doing since the birth, she did have a little bit of jaundice when she was born, so her bilirubin level was a little bit high. We did a blood test the day after we left the hospital, and her level was continuing to rise, but only slightly. My doctor wasn't very concerned about that, and she thought that as soon as my milk came in and that Cassandra would be eating more often, then the bilirubin would kind of eliminate itself from her body through her diapers. So we had to keep a close eye on how much she was eating, when she was eating, and we had to keep an eye on her wet and dirty diapers. And we did have a public health nurse come and visit us a couple of times at home just to check on her weight and to check on her color, because when babies have jaundice, they do have a little bit of a yellow tinge to their skin. So the public health nurse came here to check up on us a couple of times just to see how we're doing and to check on Cassandra. And everything was just going well. As soon as my milk came in, she was eating every 2 to 3 hours, and she was, getting regular dirty diapers. So they told me that the high bilirubin in her blood would be eliminated through her diapers, through her dirty diapers. So they were concerned about that. And like I said, after my milk came in, everything kind of just resolved on its own, and her jaundice went away. So we are very happy about that. We had a 1 week we had a 1 week postpartum checkup with our doctor, and she did gain 10 ounces since her birth. And I think a few days after her birth, they checked her weight and were a little bit concerned because she lost 11%, almost 11% of her birth weight, and they didn't want to see any weight loss above 10%. So her gaining another 10 ounces within a few days was a really good sign that the jaundice was going away. It was a little bit concerning for a few days, but like I said, it went away on its own. We didn't have to go back to the hospital, which was a huge concern of mine. So that's how we've been doing the first 2 weeks of Cassandra's life. Her umbilical cord fell off, I think, on Saturday. I think it was Saturday, maybe Sunday. It was about 4 or 5 days after her birth. And that was a little bit concerning as well. It did look like it was starting to get a little bit infected, but we caught on it early and we cleaned it a few times a day. The nurse had advised us to put some polysporin on it so that it remains clean. So fortunately, we avoided an infected umbilical. So that's really good. It's continued to heal up until now, and it's looking really good. So we don't have any concerns with that. And we have another checkup with our doctor, I think, next week. So we'll be able to see how she's doing in terms of weight gain. And she is growing. She is almost out of all of her newborn clothes and the newborn diapers. So I'm not sure exactly how much she weighs now, but we'll find out more next week. And I am pretty confident that she is bigger. She has gained a lot of weight since her birth. And speaking of weight, I don't remember if I mentioned this or not about myself, but I am below my pre-pregnancy weight, not by much, only by a few pounds, but I am below my pre-pregnancy weight, mainly because of the gestational diabetes. I think in the last few weeks of my pregnancy, I was losing weight while the baby was gaining weight. So I think about the last 6 to 8 weeks of my pregnancy, my weight was pretty much stabilized because of the strict diet that I was on. I maintained a pretty healthy weight, so I'm not, concerned about that. And obviously, being below my pre-pregnancy weight is kind of a little bit of a bonus. So that's how we have been doing for the last 2 weeks. Everything is going really well. We don't have any concerns. We don't have any health issues to report on. She has a hearing test at the end of the month at the Children's Hospital because they were unable to, I'm not sure exactly. They tried a few times to test her hearing, but something just wasn't working. So we have to go back to Children's Hospital at the end of the month to just do another hearing check just to make sure everything's okay, but they said they don't really have any concern. So that's it. That's our 2-week postpartum updates. If you are interested in seeing, more daily updates, you can go ahead and follow my Instagram. I will leave the link or my username below so you can look me up and follow me there. And like I said, my labor and delivery story will be linked below if you're interested in seeing that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I guess I'll do a really quick 2-week postpartum belly shot now. Okay, I'm sorry for the weird lighting here, but this is my belly 2 weeks after birth. It's pretty much back to its normal size, but it is a little bit flabby still. I have a little bit of toning up to do, but I am pretty much back down to my regular size. So this is 2 weeks after birth. And this is Cassandra at 2 weeks. 2 weeks old. She's doing really, really well. And we just started using our cloth diapers. I wanted to use disposable for the first couple of weeks, and now we are on to cloth. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Talk to you later.